Is Australia still the lucky country? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, let's look at this article from news.com.au written by Gerard Coburn. A new survey from NAB has found the majority of Australians believe the land down under is the lucky country. What do you reckon? Now before we go through this article, let's just bring up this other thing I looked at today. The declining way, the fair going gone. The decline of the Australian way of life. And we looked at this earlier today, everyone. And we just scroll down here. This is from the IPA. They're measuring the quality of life in Australia. We can see here it's down. It's down since 2000 significantly across all measures except for car ownership. Oh, and incarcerations have gone up too. Fantastic. But one thing that really stood out to me is commute times. Home ownership hasn't been hit that hard. Housing affordability is in the gutter. Lot size is down. So we're paying more for smaller houses that are further away and taking on more debt. Australia's the lucky country. What garbage is that? Come on. Do you really think so? Are you going to go, if there was a call to defend Australia, would you willingly sacrifice yourself for a future where your kids have to commute for 2 hours to get a crappy fibro house? Or not even fibro being an improvement over the flammable stuff that we have these days. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe this is a bit of propaganda. Wouldn't be the first time, would it, guys? Wouldn't be the first time. So, the nation's ability to quash the pandemic has fueled a rise in optimism that Australia is the lucky country, according to a new behavioural economics report. Well, that's probably because you've got a generation that are just at the beginning of their first recession, so they may have no memory of the last one. Most people employed now weren't employed during the last recession, guys. Most of the workforce aren't that old. A survey conducted by the economic arm of the National Australia Bank found the country's safety and stability in wake of the pandemic prompted a boost in sentiment. Australia is the best place to call home. The NAB's report discovered 94% of respondents believed Australia was a good place to live, a rise of 6% compared to the prior year. Access to nature, not if you're in Afghanistan, a clean environment and high living standards, no living standards are going down. Quality healthcare, where you can't even get access to it, are among the main factors behind the jump. Perhaps it's because people just don't know any different, guys. Maybe they only know this. They don't know what could be. NAB Executive of Business Banking, Andrew Ivine, said it was good news for businesses. This optimism, combined with those factors which make such a great country, bode well for our businesses, small and large, as we begin rebuilding our economy. Well, let's jump back here to the IPA. Well, businesses, self-employed and employing, that index has dropped to 78.3 since 2000. Self-employed and non-employment, that's dropped to 88.3. So it's good for businesses. Does he mean big businesses? Because I don't know if it's going to be good for small. How many of the small businesses will exist? How many of those people, that's businesses and livelihoods, have been completely destroyed by these economic interventions? We had a look at Sweden earlier today as well. One of the lowest in Europe with regards to excess deaths, guys. Well, how did they treat their economy? So, Australia really can be considered a lucky country thanks to the work of so many to contain the virus and support the economy. We haven't paid the price for any of this yet. It's just rampant, money flooding the economy. We're going to pay for this in generations, guys. And you've got the people calling for MMT. They want to use taxes to manage the economy. Okay, that's the thing. They're an independent body of bureaucrats to manage the bloody stability of the economy. That's not what we need. We need the government to get out of our lives. Okay, they're just going to cause more damage than they realize. This has helped to put cash back in the system and keep as many people as possible in jobs. The major business bank expects the economy to be above pre-pandemic levels by the middle of the year. 7 out of 10 respondents believe Australia would still be a great place to live in 10 years' time, according to the NAB, is an improvement by 55% on the prior year. People in the Northern Territory were the most positive about Australia, with 100% saying it was a great place to live. I can't believe that. Who the hell do they survey for this? You know, are they going out to the remote indigenous communities in Northern Territory that have all these alcohol problems and these other issues there, where you've got bridging the gap making absolutely no difference? Who are they surveying? Do you believe this? This is kind of insulting. South Australians were the least positive, with 92% agreeing with the same statement. Older Australians were more optimistic about the country's prosperity compared to younger generations. Well, yeah, because they've lived in different times, everyone. They lived in a time where you could afford a house, you could keep one parent at home, and you could go on holidays every year. And you had jobs. It's a different time, guys. It's changed. Where the government didn't force you to stash your money away. You know, treat you like a kid. Where you could probably even have a beer in the park back then. You can't even do that now. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, the lucky country. Yeah, sure. Maybe I'm getting too cynical, guys. I'm getting too old. This happens when you approach 40. I'm transitioning to grumpy old bastard officially, chronologically now, not just mentally. However, fewer people believed the country had a clear vision of what it would look like in the future. Mr. Irvin said the numbers had improved compared to previous years, but there needed to be more public dialogue on the country's future vision. More conversation is needed about Australia and what we stand for and what we are going as a country. Well, where we're going as a country. That's exactly what the IPA are calling for, isn't it? In that declining way of Australian life. They want us to look at they want our political dialogue to be around these issues. And if you haven't watched that video, I released it earlier today. Check it out. Or, I'll link to their page. Go to their website and download this report, guys. Because it's a good piece of work. It's kind of sad and confronting. Because 2000 is the Olympics. Brisbane's hosting the bloody Olympics, guys. The stupidest thing in the world. I gotta pay to take my green waste to the tip. Gold Coast is free. I gotta pay for this pay to keep the city clean. And they're hosting an Olympics. After the Commonwealth Games was a complete and utter disaster. Complete disaster. Stupidest thing we could have done. And now they're going for the Olympics. Fantastic. Yeah, great. I'd rather you kind of reduce the burden you put on the average person. Fantastic, yeah. So he said businesses and households have benefited from stimulus measures that were there was a higher propensity to save. Yeah, that's all artificial. If that's so good, why don't we just pump out stimulus all the time? No one has to work. Everyone just gets to sit and consume. It'll be like Wall-E. He said the switch to domestic travel would assist regional areas being pumped with cash from metropolitan Australians eager to begin interstate travel. Australians spend more money internationally than international travel, and tourists spend in Australia, he said. We actually don't need foreign travel to completely re-energize our domestic tourism market. Yes, but who is going to risk going into another state if Danistan could put his foot down and banish all Queenslanders or implement some other stupid rule, or you have to pay thousands of dollars in hotel quarantine? Yeah. I don't know, mate. What do you reckon, guys? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or HeiseBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.